What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I want to talk about Gohan and his future involvement with the Dragon Ball Super story and why I don't think he's going to come back anytime soon. I know, it's kind of crazy. I mean, episode 27 literally just set it up, so Gohan's going to come back in the future, and here I am saying that I don't think he's going to do anything cool anytime soon. I mean, Rhymestyle, you better have some good-ass reasons to believe this, and I do. But before I start, I want to toss out the spoiler alert warning right now, because as always, I don't want to spoil stuff to those who are trying to keep the series as pure and clean as possible. So if you're okay with me talking about Chapter 8, Episode 27 and Episode 28 of Dragon Ball Super, then keep watching. If not, this is your one last chance to leave before I get into the good stuff. So without further ado, let's talk about my reasons why I don't think Gohan's going to come back anytime soon. My first reason why I don't think Gohan's going to come back anytime soon is because the Champa arc just started literally a matter of days after the defeat of Golden Frieza. I mean, how much can Gohan improve in a matter of days? Probably not that much, considering the fact that he slacked off so much, and it's going to take him a good amount of time to get at least back to at least average build in terms of like where he used to be as a warrior. So it's way too soon. Now you could probably argue, well, what about the time chamber? They could easily go in there. But I don't think that we'll see Gohan go in there, mostly because number one, he has a career now, or he's working on a career, and two, he has a family. Unlike Goku, who'll dip out on his family for 7 years, Gohan is the last person in the entire Z Fighter squad to be like, hey, yo, Videl, Pan, peace out. I'm gonna go train Piccolo. You got this? Cool. I'll be right back. He would never do that. That's not Gohan's character. He's more caring and loving about his family. If Gohan was to train Piccolo, he'll do it on a on a much slower pace, maybe part-time, like, hey, I'm out of class or I'm out of my job's done. Videl's out with Pan, let's train, that type of thing. That's how Gohan's going to train Piccolo on the extra time that he has compared to what else he has going on in his day. He's not going to like sacrifice his entire life and everything he's working on right now just to train Piccolo. That's not his character. So again, as far as the time chamber, definitely part-time for Gohan. I can see Piccolo going in there for a good day or two, but as far as doing it full-time, it just doesn't make sense just because he has way too many obligations in his life. He's an adult now, he's a family man, and having him sacrifice a good day or two just to train Piccolo, it just doesn't make any sense. And even if it was to go in there for a couple of months in time chamber time, or like half a day in real life time, I feel like it's still not enough to get Gohan back on his feet. He needs a lot more time to get back to how he used to be, and that's why I don't think we'll see him come back anytime soon in the Dragon Ball Super series. Now, the big elephant in the room with this whole tournament set up right now, if you guys haven't caught up in Chapter 8, is the fact that Majin Buu is out. It is currently set to 4v5, and a lot of people are speculating, well, now it makes perfect sense that Gohan is going to replace Majin Buu. However, the big rule with the tournament was it's elimination, meaning if you lose a battle or you lose in the process of the tournament, I guess in the course of the tournament, you're out. And it's going to be, whoever lasts the longest, essentially. So if it comes down to the point where everybody on Goku's team loses and Goku's the last person left and he wins 5 times, then Team Universe 7 wins. So it's not about, who gets the most wins, majority rules type of thing. It's just whoever's left standing who wins the tournament. So a lot of people are speculating, well, what about Gohan? He's going to easily join. It makes sense. I don't think so. Basically, Majin Buu being out is he is being defeated in the tournament by the exam. He doesn't even get a chance to fight. He got defeated by the exam, and the tournament has basically already started, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say with this point. So just because Majin Buu is out doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to replace him with someone else. He just basically lost in the first round, which was this exam. Now, as far as Gohan joining, I mean, it's possible it can be like, hey, yo, Champa, Vados, Biros, Ruiz, can we just, substitute him in? They might say yes, but the big problem is the fact is who is going to get Gohan. If you guys have been keeping up with the manga, Gohan doesn't even show up to the tournament, which is still ridiculous to me. I mean, this is a battle between universes. This is probably the most coolest thing you could see. Even in the Dragon Ball world, where there's a lot of cool stuff to see as is. But seeing a tournament between 2 universes is awesome. And even with that, Gohan still doesn't show up to see the tournament because he's away at a conference for a job or research or whatever the hell it is. He's just away at a conference and he's not even there. Now, if he was there, they could easily be like, hey, yo, Gohan, you want to hop in on this? You might not be the best warrior here, but at least you can fill it in and it could be even. But he's not there. So the problem is who can pick him up. Now, the big obvious one is, well, instant transmission. Rhymestyle, he could just sense him. Goku can just go pick him up, and then he'll be in tournament right then and there. Easy. Well, the problem is, if you watched episode, I forgot which episode it was, but the moment in the Resurrection F arc where Goku is trying to scan for Gohan's power so he can go to Earth and save everybody, he could barely sense him, and this is from Beerus' planet. Now, according to Chapter 7 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, Planet Beerus is exactly 35 minutes away from Planet Earth at Whis speed. And in case you didn't know, Whis is the fastest person in the universe, not counting instant transmission, obviously, because that's instant. And at 35 minutes away, Goku struggled to sense Gohan's power level from that far away. Well, the reason I bring this up is because the new location of the tournament is 2 hours and 10 minutes away from Planet Beerus, meaning the location of this tournament is roughly about 3 hours away or close to 3 hours away from Planet Earth. Even if Gohan maxed out his power level, I feel like it's too far away for Goku to be able to sense it and pick him up as a transmission. So that automatically tosses Goku out of the equation of just, being able to be the guy to pick up Gohan and add him into the tournament. Now, the next logical way of bringing Gohan to this tournament is through the use of the Dragon Balls, and both the Namekian and Earth Dragon Balls actually cannot be used for this process, and the main reason why is because they were just used recently. The Earth Dragon Balls were used 6 months ago to revive Frieza, so obviously that's out of the equation, and then of course you got the Namekian Dragon Balls, which were just used to revive Piccolo because he died against the fight against Frieza. So automatically you can't even use the Dragon Balls to bring Gohan to the location. So it's like, how is Gohan actually going to end up at this tournament to be able to hop in and join and fill in the 5th spot since Majin Buu is out? Now, I will point out one important factor here, though, of how he could get to the tournament is actually through Kibito. In case you guys haven't been keeping up, Kibito and Supreme Kai have split in two through using the Dragon Balls. Actually, you know what's funny? Now to think about it, how the hell did Kibito and Supreme Kai split with the Dragon Balls if they had just used it to bring Piccolo back to life? Huh. So I wonder what they're going to do in the anime of this. This is actually a really interesting point. Wow, that's actually funny because literally they just used the Namekian Dragon Balls to bring back Piccolo. So I wonder how that actually happened. Hopefully they'll figure that out in the series down the line. But I want to toss it out there just because I know people are going to bring it up. Kibito or Kibito Shin could possibly pick up Gohan. Obviously, the instant transmission that Kibito Shin or Kibito has compared to Goku is better, and you could theorize that, well, maybe Kibito can go pick up Gohan, bring him to the tournament, and then he'll fill in that spot. But at the same time, I don't know how likely that is, just because, again, there's a lot of reasons why I believe Gohan's not going to join. But if there is a reason of how he gets there, Kibito Shin or Kibito Shin or Kibito is the only way I can see him come to this tournament and join and fill in that final spot. It's actually really funny to think about the use of the Namekian Dragon Balls and how it actually clashes with the manga and the anime. Now, you could probably argue that it happened a year ago, so technically the Namekian Dragon Balls should be good again, but at the same time, I don't know, it feels kind of weird because they were just used to revive, or not revive, but to split Kibito and Shin into two people, and then they were used again to bring Piccolo back, but I don't know, I guess they'll probably explain that as we get closer to all that happening. So we'll see what happens there. But for now, I kind of want to toss it out there as an inconsistency, and maybe you got some better theories. Ultimately, I think the best theory to explain as to how that happened is the fact that probably a year or so passed from when Kibito and Shin were split in the manga, if they actually even do that in the anime as well, as opposed to when Piccolo died. So we'll see what happens there, but I kind of want to toss it out there just because I just thought about it as I was doing this video. But back to the point before I get too all over the place, I pretty much covered everything I want to say about Gohan. Number one is the fact he's not ready to fight yet, not enough time has passed between the end of the Resurrection F arc and the Champa arc, and two, he's too far away. Now, there's obviously small explanations here and there that you can slip into as to how Gohan does get to the tournament if he ends up joining, but ultimately what I think is happening here is they're setting up Gohan for the future of the series. Now, as of right now, there's still no word of what Toriyama plans on doing after the Champa arc, if it's going to, have another arc or whatnot. But if there is, then you can easily slip Gohan into the story. Now he's stronger, maybe he's a Super Saiyan Blue, or whatever the hell they end up doing with Gohan. Bring back his mystic form, who knows. There's a future there of what they can do with Gohan's character down the line. But as of right now, I feel like it's just way too soon to bring Gohan's character into the arc. And because of that, I don't think Gohan is going to join the God of Destruction tournament of Universe 6 versus Universe 7. As far as filling the spot, I believe that they're just not going to do it. They're just going to go into the tournament 4v5. I mean, you could probably say, well, the 5th member could be the comical character like Jocko or something. Kind of like if you guys remember the Yu Yu Hakusho tournament where, without spoiling too much of Yu Yu Hakusho in case you guys haven't seen it, there's a point where Koenma joins Team Urameshi to fill in a spot, and I'm not going to say why because I don't want to spoil it like I said, but they might also fill in the spot with the comical character like Jocko because he is there, and I feel like Jocko is more likely to join Team Goku, or I should say Team Monaka, as opposed to Gohan joining it. But like I said, I love Gohan's character. I can't wait to see him, come back in the future, do something awesome. But I feel like as of right now, it's just way too soon. And we probably should not put our hopes for it just because I just feel like there's just a lot more other things that could happen as opposed to Gohan coming out of nowhere, joining this tournament and being a badass, literally after days of being destroyed by Frieza. Now, obviously, this is all my theory. Nothing's confirmed. No one knows nothing. There's no leaks. If everybody claims they know what's going to happen and Gohan's confirmed to come back in the future, they're lying. We'll have to basically see what happens in the series as the anime unfolds and as we get more manga chapters over the course of the next couple of weeks or so. So we'll see what happens. But I would love to hear from you guys as well. So if you have any theories of your own of how Gohan may or may not come back, whether it's now or later, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. So let's see what the community thinks about the return of Gohan. I know you guys are excited. I mean, you can't tell me you didn't get super hyped and do backflips when in episode 27, Gohan walked to the Piccolo and was like, hey, can you train me again? It was a really awesome, epic moment, and I cannot wait to see what that leads into the future. I mean, for all we know, like I said, this is just setting up the future of the series, and something after the Champa arc is going to happen. But for now, all we can really do is just kind of wait and see where the series is going to go with all this Gohan shenanigans. So we'll see what happens there. So anyways, that's the end of my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like right below, and do not forget to tell me your own thoughts and opinions as to what you think will happen with Gohan. If you honestly believe he's going to come back to this tournament, comment below how and what fits in with the story, and again how he would get there and all that good stuff. And if you agree, then feel free to do so as well. But any kind of feedback helps. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I will see all y'all in Super Sandwich in the comment section below. Peace.